We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Joy and Isaiah. You have come here to share in the formal commitment they make to one another, to offer your love and support to this union, and to allow Joy and Isaiah to start their married life together, surrounded by the people most important to them. Joy and Isaiah and their fur babies, Ovito and Azula, thank you for being here today. We ask for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support for their decision to be married. I recently had the opportunity to sit with Joy and Isaiah and hear the story of how they met. I'd like to invite them to share that with you now.
So, we met junior year, and Isaiah came into class, and I was like, this guy is really cute, but he's probably a big player. Like, I'm never gonna date this guy. And then prom came around, and it was a few weeks before, and I was like, I want to take pictures with the cute guy, and I saw him waiting outside my dance class, and I was like, he's cute. So I asked him to go with friends, and he took me to dinner, and when they brought out the dessert, it said Joy's prom, and we've been together ever since.
All right, so mine's it's a little different here. I spotted a really cute girl in the hallway, and it actually turned out my friend had dated her previously and said she was crazy. A couple years later, she's in my class, and I'm like, wow, she's really cute. She's still cute. I don't know how crazy she is, though. Now I know she is crazy, very crazy. But I used to sleep in class, funny enough, and she would put apples in the back of my hood and pour water down my back. I didn't know that was flirting back then, but I know now it's a great effort. And then after class, one day after school actually, cute girl came by and she invited me to her prom group. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, how's this gonna go? And we started talking more. And then, I found out that this girl is, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, and I would actually like her to be my prom date. So I asked her, and then it just, took off from then. 6 years later.
That is so awesome and so cute. Thank you for sharing it with all of us. So marriage is the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through love and patience, dedication and perseverance, talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other. Laughter, learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter and let go of the rest. We are here today to witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as life-mates and partners. Two people in love do not live in isolation. Their love is a source of strength, which may nourish not only each other, but also the world around them. And in turn, we, your community of friends and family, have a responsibility to you. By our care, respect, and love, we can support your marriage and the new family you're creating today. I just wanted to give the two of you some marriage advice that I hope you will find useful as you begin your life together. Don't marry the person you think you can live with. Marry only the individual you think you can't live without. Don't smother each other. No one can grow in the shade. When you're a kid, you assume your parents are soulmates. Your kids are going to be right about that. Remember that the better often comes after the worse, so stick with it and be there for each other. And lastly, never let the sun go down angry. Problems do not age well. Make a commitment to each other to talk it out until you can meet in the middle. I learned this from Frank, and it has served us well for nearly 25 years. Joy and Isaiah have written their own vows for each other. Please begin, Isaiah.
All right, Joy. I'm beyond in love with first I thought you were just going to be my prom date. Then I realized after that first dance with you, I can't even remember the song. I just looked into your eyes and I knew you were the one. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. You showed me so many things. You taught me how to be kind. You taught me how to care for others. You kept me afloat at very tough times. And I was there for you. I just don't know what I would do without you. So going forward, I want to promise you that I will love you forever. I will never let you fall. I promise to care for you. I promise to give you a hug whenever you need it at a hard day. And just like Up, I want to be the balloons that lift you away and carry you to your dreams. I love you so much.
So, to face the future with another who means more than any other is to be loved. Isaiah, you showed me what it means to be in love, and I vow to show you that my love for you is unconditional. Because when I look at you, I can feel it. When I look at you, I'm home. No matter where we go, as long as we are together, we are home. I vow to be by your side through your best moments in life and to help you get through all the worst. To help you grow into the best person you can be and to listen to you when you don't feel like anyone understands. Isaiah, I vow to always be your greatest adventure, but the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a daily reminder of my love for you.
as a daily reminder for my love for you. I'll put it on. Alright, let's go right there. Let's go right there.
Okay, Joy, repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a daily reminder of my love for you.
as a daily reminder of my love for you.
By the power of your love and commitment and the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss each other. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Foster.
And put your hands together Hello? Sorry about that. I wasn't sure how loud this mic was going to be.
Whatever you want.
Perfect. All right. So, honesty is the best policy, right? Awesome. So I'm going to share with you guys. I have been thinking about what I'm going to say about these two for quite some time. Honestly, I feel like I've been thinking about this very particular moment longer than they've been planning the wedding. So I'll share with what I've got with you guys, and hopefully I don't stumble too much. So. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Aaron Chavez. Right? I'm one of Isaiah's two only friends. You know, seeing with those numbers, it's not hard to be the best man. I just want to start off by thanking each and every one of you guys for being here tonight. I know I can speak for myself, and I'm sure the rest of you included, when I say we're all truly blessed to be present at this moment tonight, witnessing this great toast I'm about to provide for you guys. No, but really, it's an honor to be here tonight. There's no place I'd rather be than by my best friend's side as he marries his best friend. I'm not her joy. I love you both. But Evan and I are Isaiah's inseparable best friends. I know Evan agrees when I say we're both grateful to have him in our lives. I'm hoping so. Now, I've got two older brothers myself, Eric and Vincent. And as many of you with siblings may know, never has anyone asked, for additional older siblings, right? No one's ever said, I wish I had another older brother to beat me up, right? But I didn't think that I had root in my family, until I met Isaiah. As many of you know, Isaiah doesn't have any biological brothers or sisters. I say biological because Isaiah knows he has three brothers that will always have his back no matter what. It might not say it on your birth certificate, but you've always been a Chavez. I met Isaiah in Mr. Vasquez's 8th grade science class. He had a bad haircut and a mouth full of metal. Mr. Vasquez had assigned us seats right next to each other. This was the biggest mistake you could make. You've got two teenagers jacked up on acne medication and unhealthy school lunches. It was a recipe for disaster. We were basically competing to see who could be the biggest class clown. I had soon realized after years of writing solo with that title, I had met my match. So from 8th grade, we moved on to high school. Back in high school, Isaiah and I were nearly inseparable. I picked him up every morning as I drove us to school. We sat together early in mornings, in between classes, during lunches, etc. Now, being that I was his ride to and from school, I wasn't going anywhere unless he was there with me. And he clearly had no choice in leaving early either. We quickly learned that our attendance at school was solely reliant on how the other person was feeling. So, Isaiah wasn't feeling well and wanted to go home early. I was there to ditch school with him. We were going home together. If I didn't want to go to Miss Stewart's math class because I didn't do last night's homework, Isaiah was happy sitting shotgun right beside me as we were heading out. This quickly became one of the defining pillars in our friendship. Supporting and leaning on each other no matter what. And there is joy. I'm sure many of you heard outside during their vows on how each of them met or how they began to be a couple. But I'll tell you the real story, okay? So I've been with these two since day one. I was there when they first started talking. We good, Trey? I was there when they first started. All right. Listen to your mic. I was there when they first started talking. I was there when he first asked her to be his girlfriend just a few weeks before prom. I was there. there to hear about all the bad times. Now, as I said, in high school, Isaiah and I would get to school early, sit down in one of the hallways in Hawk Hall, and we'd say hi to all our friends that walked by every morning. There was the morning girl, as we'll call her. There was a morning girl that always made it a point to walk by nearly every single morning for what felt like all 4 years, and would say hi to Isaiah. I knew from that moment she was into him. Mainly because I don't think she ever noticed he had a friend right next to him. Never said hi to him. My name's Aaron, by the way. So I knew from that moment she was into him, but little did I know how crazy he was about her. The school year started dwindling down, and they started dating. With high school relationships, you never really know how serious it is, and you really never know if it's gonna last. The moment I knew that Joy was the one for Isaiah came about 3 years into their relationship. Isaiah was going through some really hard stuff with an old job. While everything was going wrong at work, Isaiah was also watching Uma's dogs. And by the way, for those of you who don't know Uma, hi Uma. Uma is Isaiah's grandmother. And by the way, she lives in North Scottsdale, which is well over an hour drive from where they were living at the time, home in Gilbert. Okay? While things were going tough with Isaiah at work, he began playing video games throughout the day. Just really hard times at that moment. You know, sunrise to sunset, he was kind of getting out there. I had come over a few times to try to get him out into the sunlight, as anyone, you know, who would do if they cared about him, right? But unfortunately, it wasn't happening. Through those hard times, Joy drove every single day to North Scottsdale to make sure he was okay. She would drive right after work. She lived in Chandler at the time. She lived in Gilbert, but she worked at a salon in Chandler. She drove from Chandler to North Scottsdale and then back home every night, so she was in bed ready for work the next day. And she did that every day for what felt like an eternity. It was in that moment that I knew that Joy was the one for my best friend. Joy, because of how you looked after my brother in those really low times, I will forever be grateful to you and thankful that he has you by his side when none of us can be there for him. Thank you. I could stand here for another 15 minutes and tell you in depth about how I know that Joy is the one for Isaiah. But rather than take the words right from his mouth, I'm going to keep our conversations pocketed. And I'll end by saying, Joy, now that you're officially in the family, I want to say, welcome, sis. I love you guys. Cheers, everyone.
Please enjoy.
I wish he doesn't like country music.
Look at the two of you dancing that way, lost in the moment and each other's face. So much in love, you're alone in this place, like there's nobody else in the world. I was enough for her not long ago. I was her number one, she told me so, and she still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you hold my girl. Time changes everything, life must go on. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she put a smile necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, or Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Where'd you get that body from?